SVS SB-2000 Pro in gloss white. If you want to know more about this subwoofer, make yourself a cup of coffee, come back and watch this video. Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know it's been around for a while, the SB-2000 Pro. I've not had my time to test it. First time I've actually had my own unit. I've installed a lot, but this is the first time I had it, and I had the opportunity to get them in gloss white to match my white Morne Logan speakers. Okay, so let's get to testing this unit. What I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. First thing is the white grill gets dirty quick. Already just from handling it, you need to keep this. I'm going to have to give this a little scrub. They get dirty quick. For the rest of the video, let's leave the grill off so we can actually talk about the performance and also do a little bit of testing on this unit. As you guys know, I did the testing of this alongside the Morne Logan Dynamo 1600X. So this being a 12-inch, that being a 15-inch is a bit unfair of a comparison. The Morne Logan also being way more expensive. This still holds its ground very well. That 12-inch driver being a long throw driver with quite a bit of power behind it, a 550 watts and a 1500 or 1600 maximum outputs on that amplifier. This holds its own. I did fit the sound path isolation feet because I do always feel that those little feet that get supplied with the SVS woofers, I don't know why they even do it. They must just put the isolation feet on from the beginning, but it is an optional extra that you guys can buy for 1,500 South African Rand. I'll put the dollar amount in for you guys that want to see that as well. But I feel it's a necessary upgrade for any SVS subwoofer because this did sort of give a bit of a rattly until I put those on. Then it was sorted and smooth and I could properly test the sub from there on out. Okay, so the pros of having a sealed driver compared to the ported driver is speed and accuracy. This has speed and accuracy. What I did feel it lacking, as the same with the previous SB-2000, just being less noticeable on this. They did change a few things and this is better. But I still feel you get to a certain place if you push this driver where it starts to get to the limits of what that cabinet can do, and this cabinet is built and braced properly. I feel they could have added a bit more power to this unit. But if you are going to be running multiples of these, you don't need to push them to that level. Also, my room is very big and minimal treatment in this. So you really get to test these speakers in a not so good or not perfect room, which, let's face it, 70 to 80% of us are going to have. My other room is a treated cinema, but in here, this is a living room, so I can only get away with some acoustic slats, bit of paneling, but I can't completely treat this room, having open plan to some of the sides. So what that means is subwoofers need to work so much harder. I will do a little test to show you guys what I mean and see if we can get to the limits. That being said, those tests are done with frequency sweeps, and I did do those videos. I'll add them in here for both the SVS and the Morne Logan. Guys want to go check out the Morne Logan video, that's going to be before the SVS. Go check that out. Link in description, I will add. Okay, so let's get to the amplifier and the app. The SVS app is good. There's been a lot of improvements on that. Let's open that up quickly. I'm going to open it up real time so you guys can see how quickly this connects. So we need to check, are we connected to the right one? There is the SB. Yes, it is connected, so that was nice and quick. You can drag your volumes up and down for quick volume selections. You can add presets. You can then go to the side, get a drop down, phase, polarity, panoramic EQs. No port tuning on this one, obviously, because there is no port. They could have just grayed that out, but I guess it's the same for all of the amplifiers. They're not going to change it for one, but you can change everything from here. It's not as easy and as pretty for me as on the Morne Logan. As you guys saw when I did the Morne Logan video, I could show you the app on there. That app for me just works better. And there's a few more things you can do on there. The Logan app for me is a little bit better because it's just all put out nicely for you. So as good as the SVS app is, I do feel there's still some room for improvement on that app. Let's go over to performance. Movies. I used just this in the big room, and at points I had to get up and feel, are my big SVSs playing? Did I maybe leave the Morne Logan on? And no, this thing does hold its own. You can get away with just using one of these. Multiple, always better. With a sealed sub, you want multi-sub. With any sub, you want multi-sub, but especially sealed. Because of that quick cost, speed and attack, having more of them just pressurizes the room and puts you in the middle of the action. Again, check my goosebumps going crazy. I always recommend multi-sub, but if you only have the budget for one will do, and it does it well. Moving around, yes, you do lose a bit of C2C consistency with one sub, but play around where the best space will be in your room. In my room, I found that the two corners work the best. And I can't really say that either of them gives a better result. It's because they are two corners and they just work. I've played around with this room. But play around with your room, put a sub somewhere, do the sub crawl, and just see where it works. And also aesthetically, where it looks and sounds good. Because you don't want to put it in front and everyone trips over it. One, your guests are going to hate you, and two, your wife is going to be on your case 24/7. So put it somewhere where it sounds good and also aesthetically looks good. Your choice on the white or the black. I love the white, matches the speakers. But in an open living room environment, in a cinema, black is the way to go because you want it to disappear. Okay, so movies, good. It digs down quite low, 19 Hertz for a sealed sub. You can't hear under 20. So it digs down quite deep. I was very satisfied with the performance. It does, like I say, if you do push it too much, it does get to where it sort of just gets a little bit out of control. You'll hear it bottom ever so slightly. So keep that into consideration if you're going to buy it. How big is the room? How hard are you going to play it? Do you maybe need to look at 2, or do you maybe need to look at a step up? Price on these subs, last I checked, they were about 33,000 Rand. So not too bad for what you are getting. SVS is a premium brand and you do pay a premium price for that. I'll put the dollar amount in for the US guys. But yeah, it is worth it. It still is my favorite subwoofer brand. If we need to go just subs, SVS is sort of where I always go, because you get good bang before you start going to Ascendos and stuff like that. But then, like I said before, we talking 5, 6, maybe 10 times the price of this for a decent Ascendo sub. So SVS, for what you are getting, it is good value. Then music. Music is where I felt this could have been slightly better. It was good. I had impact in club music, all of that, but as soon as you listen to Diana Krall and something like that, the bass sort of hangs around, sometimes a little too long. It's not so quick as, for instance, the Morne Logan was, but playing around, calibrating a bit more, you should get that phase and time alignments and everything there, and then play around with your volume to get that subwoofer faster and quicker. That's something that might differ in your room. In my room, I just found the Morne Logan Dynamo to be much quicker, faster and punchier than the SVS. For me, it's still more of a movie sub than a music sub. So SVS, I know they do have their music modes, but I feel their music still needs a little bit of work. But if you are buying this purely for movies, go for it. If it's purely for music, I would look somewhere else. I would look at the Morne Logan Dynamo series, sealed and just a quicker, faster, more accurate bass for music reproduction. Okay, cabinet size, it's small. You can place this anywhere. It's very easy to fit anywhere. It's way smaller than the Dynamo, way smaller than the PVs. So wife acceptance factor, 10 out of 10. The white, that depends on your mileage. For me, I love it. Let's test this sub. I'm going to play my demo track I always play. I'm going to try put it so where you can see it. Let me know if you can see what I'm talking about. What did you think of that? Let me know, drop down low in the comments. This is a good set of headphones. Let me know what you thought. Listen to it again now. It's always nice to actually listen to it same time as you guys. It's very good. This is a powerful little beast. Dynamite comes in small packages. It punches. As you can see me going through the presets, it takes a little while for that preset to take action. It's not as quick as the app on the Morne Logan. It takes a little while. You'll see there's no bass and then it comes. But I found very little difference on any of those presets. They sound more or less the same, unless you calibrate and do a custom one there. Still, for what this is, it is a very good, solid sub, and I love it in the white. Just keeping that grill clean. Let me know in the comments, guys, do you have the SB-2000 Pro? What do you think of it? Have you tested it between other subs? Are you surprised? Are you happy? Are you thinking of upgrading? Let me know. I love to see your comments. What do you think of the white? Also let me know about that. Okay, I think that is basically it on this subwoofer. Guys, if you are interested in any of these products that I review, hit me up. I will do you a super deal. Even if I can't do you a deal and you just want some advice, I'm always here to answer your questions. Let me know, hit me up. Enjoy your systems. Most importantly, stay safe, and I will see you on the next video.